he can play. I mean, there's one key difference with Caitlin Clark and Cooper Flagg. Caitlin Clark stayed in college a long time and built a massive built-in fan base that then followed her into the WNBA. And I think there's one massive difference because they're talking about the race war that Caitlin Clark's having to deal with. And look, she's getting a lot of hate because of her skin color. That is a thing. All right.
The Sports Broadcasting Network continues its pattern of injecting racial dynamics into athletic discussions rather than focusing purely on basketball performance and sporting achievements. Through calculated messaging or deliberate editorial choices, the network consistently attempts to ignite racial controversies within professional sports coverage. The current strategy involves drawing parallels between Caitlin Clark's situation and Cooper Flagg's upcoming NBA entry as the top draft selection acquired by Dallas this week. Flagg's potential popularity in professional basketball seems likely, assuming his skills translate effectively to the higher level. A significant distinction exists between Clark and Flagg's circumstances. Clark remained in collegiate basketball extensively, developing a substantial supporter base that subsequently followed her professional transition.
She wasn't happy in Indiana and we waived her and she gave her all. The fans wouldn't care. The fans wouldn't care. Like the fan base. The fan base literally, you heard from Dewana Bonner that she said she'd never experienced fans like that in when she broke the record. She never experienced a fan base like that. She'd said it was great that when she was walking, like she couldn't even go to the grocery store.
The racial tensions surrounding Clark's WNBA experience represent a genuine phenomenon, with evidence of hostility directed toward her based on skin tone. However, personal lifestyle choices may constitute an even more significant factor driving animosity from fellow WNBA athletes. A crucial difference emerges when considering NBA dynamics versus WNBA culture. Professional basketball players demonstrate considerably less pettiness and jealousy compared to their female counterparts. International stars like Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic have witnessed talented white players succeed previously. Players such as Dirk Nowitzki established precedents for European success. While Flagg represents an American prospect, the reaction likely differs significantly.
Although I tend to believe that her personal preferences is an even bigger issue for a lot of these WNBA players. But I think there's a key difference here. The NBA players aren't nearly as petty. And they're not going to be jealous of Cooper. I mean, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic. I mean, they've seen white guys ball out before. Dirk Nowitzki, it has happened. Now, I understand this is an American player.
NBA athletes earn substantially higher salaries and operate within a more established entertainment framework. LeBron James even recruited Doncic to the Lakers organization, despite well-documented tensions regarding racial perspectives. The professional men's league lacks the petty jealousy characterizing women's basketball. The WNBA previously attracted minimal viewership before Clark's arrival. Her presence literally generated massive audience growth, yet this success angered existing players rather than creating gratitude. The paradox involves athletes becoming upset about increased revenue opportunities and expanded visibility.
Or without people being hyped about the team. And that's the thing. Like, all you have to do most of the time with fans, and I mean this when I say this, like, long term, as long as a player is giving their all, fans normally don't turn on them. Especially turn on them as individuals. Like Natasha Howard, I mean this when I say she can't catch the ball.
Statistics confirm Flagg's historic significance as the first American-born white player selected first overall since Kent Benson in 1977. His popularity already rivals Larry Bird's impact among American-born white basketball players. Other talented white players like Chris Mullin achieved Hall of Fame status and considerable popularity, yet Flagg's circumstances appear unique. The broadcasting network hopes to manufacture similar racial controversies surrounding Flagg's career trajectory. Media coverage actively contributed to Clark's difficulties by defending established WNBA veterans while attacking her supporters and fan base.
I just don't think they give a rip. I mean, LeBron got Luka to the Lakers, for crying out loud. All right? And we all know how LeBron feels about white folks. He can't stand them. He has just come right out and said that. I just don't think these players are going to treat Cooper Flagg the same way that Caitlin Clark's been treated, because I don't think the pettiness and the jealousy exists in the NBA like it does the WNBA.
Peter Rosenberg, associated with both the network and Hot 97 Radio in New York, exemplifies problematic commentary approaches. His background includes surrounding himself with diverse colleagues to demonstrate progressive credentials and social awareness. His wrestling entertainment hosting and perceived basketball expertise contribute to inflammatory discussions. Rosenberg's commentary directly attempts to create racial conflict around Flagg, while connecting these manufactured tensions to Clark's legitimate struggles. His approach represents the network's singular strategy, identifying opportunities to introduce racial elements into sports coverage.
And just because you can see she's trying. She's on a bad contract. She might get the Erica Wheeler treatment, where Erica Wheeler, it's clear that she was a vet. Like, Erica Wheeler literally did not play well last year, but she didn't leave Caitlin Clark's side. Did not leave Caitlin Clark's side at all. Like, she was the vet.
The commentary becomes particularly ridiculous when considering that athletic success stems from dedication, training, and supportive family environments rather than racial characteristics. Parents who consistently challenge their children to seek higher competition levels deserve recognition for developing exceptional talent. Without live sporting events, the broadcasting network would likely cease operations entirely. Their programming quality continues declining, with studio shows experiencing significant ratings drops and increasingly poor content quality.
I mean, the NBA, people have watched the NBA. Nobody was watching the WNBA. Nobody. So Caitlin Clark literally brought in a massive audience, and it pissed these players off. I mean, how about that? She brings in an audience so they can make more money, and they got mad. You can't make this up. So here we go. Outkick. Cooper Flagg is the first American-born white player drafted first.
The observation about WNBA demographics highlights the absurdity of manufactured controversies. Only one white player currently moves viewership metrics significantly, making racial comparisons particularly hollow. Statistical evidence overwhelmingly demonstrates Clark's transformative impact on league popularity and financial success. Flagg's potential impact likely won't reach Clark's transformative levels, nor will he face comparable hostility. NBA players' substantial salaries and established television contracts create different competitive dynamics. While Flagg may generate ratings increases, the dramatic viewership jumps seen in women's basketball seem unlikely.
She wasn't great, and Caitlin took her place and she became a vet. And then she went to Seattle and she's killing it. She's absolutely killing it. But if you look at WNBA players, Erica Wheeler is legitimately one of the more popular players in the league. And even though it was a little bit weird to start with her fit with Caitlin, as time's gone on, she's become one of the more popular players in the league. Duana Bonner, Fever fans tried to give her a chance. Tried to give her as much of a chance as possible, even when she was stinking it up. And then just to bail out from the team and quit, fans are right.
If significant audience growth occurs, NBA players might experience jealousy, yet respect typically follows demonstrated performance. Larry Bird faced similar challenges during his era, which influenced suggestions for his involvement with Indiana Fever coaching. His experience navigating racial tensions, combined with similar playing styles and Indiana connections, created logical mentoring opportunities. The broadcasting approach will inevitably attempt creating racial divisions around Flagg's career. Stephen A. Smith, Peter Rosenberg, and similar personalities represent the network's standard operational methodology. They consistently amplified Clark's controversies rather than providing factual reporting that could have reduced tension.
First overall in the NBA since Kent Benson in 1977. He is already the most popular American-born white male player since Larry Bird. That's a fact. Is he? I mean, hold on. There's been a lot of good white. I mean, Chris Mullin is a Hall of Famer. He was pretty popular, but okay, I get their point. I'm not going to argue that.
Promoting Angel Reese as a superstar competitor while fanning inflammatory coverage further complicated Clark's professional transition. The network chose sensationalism over responsible journalism, adding fuel to existing conflicts rather than providing balanced coverage. The fundamental question involves whether Flagg will experience similar treatment to Clark's hostile reception. The evidence suggests negative outcomes seem unlikely given the structural differences between professional men's and women's basketball cultures, player compensation levels, and established precedents for successful white American players.
To be pissed. I'm sorry, the WNBA media cannot police fan emotion. You cannot police fan emotion. And the fact that the actual media, not only that, the fact that people in general are trying to police the emotion of sport in this league. Screw that. Screw that. Straight up. Like, you cannot police fan emotion. When you try to police fan emotion, like, it can become the sport's just gone.
The WNBA media landscape demonstrates clear bias patterns when evaluating fan reactions to player decisions. The standard appears inconsistent. When players negatively impact other organizations, media coverage treats it as legitimate news. When players harm the Fever organization, fan displeasure receives blame and criticism. Dana Bonner's legacy situation illustrates this double standard perfectly. Despite her legendary status, her final career chapter will likely overshadow previous achievements due to personal choices. Had she requested a trade, played remaining games professionally, and been released with dignity, fan reactions would have remained positive.
Thus, ESPN hopes to stoke the same racial tensions around Cooper Flagg that it did with Caitlin Clark. Yeah, look, the media, the WNBA media is complicit in causing a lot of this drama for Caitlin Clark too. ESPN defending the old WNBA guard and attacking her fans and all that kind of crap. So, enter in Peter Rosenberg, all right?
Bonner previously praised the Indiana fan base as exceptional, describing unprecedented support levels and community engagement. She mentioned being unable to visit grocery stores without enthusiastic fan interactions about team performance. This demonstrates the fan base's genuine appreciation for committed players. Fan loyalty typically remains strong when players demonstrate maximum effort regardless of performance limitations. Natasha Howard exemplifies this principle despite obvious skill deficiencies, as fans recognize her dedication. Her contract situation may mirror Erica Wheeler's trajectory.
Gone. The sport's just gone. If you police dumb take, you can't police dumb takes. You can call out dumb takes, but at the end of the day, dumb takes are dumb takes. We all make dumb takes. Everyone who talks about sport makes dumb takes. And some people's takes are amplified, and this is a dumb take by the WNBA media in general. It is an absolutely dumb take, and it's going to be amplified because it's everybody. It's everybody being like, DeWanna Bonner doesn't deserve this disrespect. She quit on a team.
Wheeler's example proves fan appreciation for veteran leadership despite declining performance. She supported Caitlin Clark consistently, accepted reduced roles gracefully, and became highly popular league-wide after transitioning to Seattle. Her current success validates the Indiana fan base's judgment. Bonner received extensive opportunities from Fever supporters even during poor performance periods. Her decision to abandon the team naturally generates anger among fans who invested emotional support. The WNBA media cannot legitimately regulate fan emotional responses to player actions.
Now, he's been in and around ESPN for a long time, but he's actually, if you come down here, he's actually a co-host of a hip-hop station, Hot 97 in New York City. All right? And he's one of these white dudes that has made a point to surround himself with black folks so he can show you how woke he is. Look at me. Look how woke I am. I'm down. I am down.
The quoted sentiment about players who don't want to participate reflects legitimate fan frustration. Similar situations occur across professional sports. Miami Heat supporters will likely oppose Jimmy Butler due to his behavior, while Philadelphia fans despise Ben Simmons for comparable reasons. Media coverage shows remarkable bias, with almost no balanced perspectives available. Christine Brennan represents one of the few commentators willing to criticize Bonner's actions. Clear biases exist both supporting and opposing Clark, yet few truly neutral voices provide balanced analysis. Social media differs significantly from traditional media because content creators typically acknowledge their biases openly rather than claiming objectivity. Fan channels clearly state their preferences, making bias transparent rather than hidden behind professional journalism claims.
Fans of that team are going to be pissed. And I mean this when I say this. We're going to quote Liam Cooper again. We're going to quote Liam Cooper again, lads. If you don't want to be here, then fuck off. We're quoting Liam Cooper. Like, fans are going to turn on you when you pull that. Like, there's a reason why, like, Miami Heat fans will not be are likely not fans of Jimmy Butler.
Most content creators face blocking from establishment media figures who cannot tolerate alternative perspectives. The irony involves these same media personalities blocking critics while claiming moral authority over fan behavior and emotional responses. Bonner's Hall of Fame credentials remain unquestionable, yet this doesn't exempt her from criticism regarding her departure from Indiana. Fever fans have legitimate reasons for anger about her decision to leave the organization. Policing fan emotions essentially eliminates sports entertainment value. Athletic competition requires emotional investment from supporters, including the right to dislike rivals and criticize players who harm their preferred teams. Normal sports fan reactions include opposing players who negatively impact their organizations.
Okay. I mean, if you say so. He's thought he was Marky Mark for a lot of years. He does the WWE pregame for their PLEs. Like today, there's one from Saudi Arabia, King of the Ring. I'm sure he'll probably host the show. That's why I don't watch it. This guy sucks. And he also thinks he's some kind of a basketball expert. Well, here.
When media attempts to restrict these natural responses, the fundamental appeal of sports disappears. Fans must be allowed to support their teams passionately, make incorrect predictions, and express frustration about disappointing performances or departures. Freedom of speech doesn't eliminate consequences for public statements. Internet comments remain permanently accessible for criticism and review.
There's a reason why, I'm trying to think of like other players. There's a reason why Sixers fans hate Ben Simmons. There's a reason. There is a reason why this happens. And at the end of the day, it's something that we're not seeing stopping in the media. We're not seeing it. Everything is, if you're looking at the media, there's not one person in the media that
Everyone faces potential backlash for public opinions, including professional athletes who make controversial decisions. The same WNBA media figures who regularly criticize fan opinions now protect Bonner from similar scrutiny. This inconsistent standard reveals bias rather than principled journalism. Players exercise personal freedom but cannot escape the natural consequences of their choices, particularly when those decisions harm team success and fan loyalty.